Okay, so it shall work, perfect. Okay, so let's start with the new presentation for the legal tech exam, exam, exam. I don't know. So the first thing we're gonna approach is the history of the legal tech field. So the legal tech field is actually a pretty recent development into the technological field. It started from the 2008 global economic crisis that has placed significant pressure on most organizations to operate in a more effectively and efficiently, and this had streamed the first wave of innovators. Secondly, in 2010, there is the first innovative thoughts arising within the legal hackers communities. This one is mainly a US and UK based phenomenon. And finally, in the decade that goes to 2010 to 2020, we have the explosion of the market and the rise of the legal operation sector, and we're gonna see what this market looks like, what technologies are inside of it. So, what is the role of the legal tech inside the idea of legal operation? So, I was saying here, there is a role for different layer in regards to the legal text. Okay, in the enabler one, so there is the platform structure, security, cloud, and connectivity. We will need to have legal analysis of the legal specific enabler, right? And hence there need to be someone that actually takes the platform infrastructure that could be in terms of cybersecurity, of cloud, and connectivity, and is able to decline it to the legal part, so for legal firms. There is then a second layer that is actually the support, the processes and the solution that is related, for example, to case management, document and knowledge management, and then human resource and business and development, CRM, and account building and finance. Basically, what is needed here is to have platforms, application, and basically someone in a law firm that is able to structure a case management application and has the technical knowledge to do so, as well as a document and knowledge management application. This is even in relation to as we say, to the human resources, for example, then all the filings related to them, the business development, and the operation task. This is done a lot when I was working with a consulting firm that was operating in the fintech, especially the blockchain sector. CRM was godlike. We have a platform that was called Asana that was based on that. So that is gonna prepare you basically in the daily task, monthly task, and so on. And finally, you have the whole accounting, billing, and finance part. This one is maybe the most important one because softwareization and innovation could help in that part, especially when we talk about law firms, because law firms many times have a different approach than normal employment law. Finally, a third layer is the substantive law solution. This could be require litigation or transaction, and then the collection and analysis of legal case and fact and assessment of the legal case facts. This one means that technology comes in hand in helping in the analysis of the legal cases and what could be the possible solution and the assessment of the facts that are behind such legal cases, as well as in case of negotiation in order to find legal grounds for support your point of view in a case. There is hence in these 10 years there have been a change in the tradition from traditional to contemporary law firm interpretation, while in the value proposition scheme the traditional one have clients that will need for legal advice, and there was the offering that was basically legal advice or transaction, and the revenue model was based in the billable hour. right now the clients need for a way bigger park of services. So legal advice, project management, efficiency, there could be anything, even networking. And the offering must be a product portfolio. So it's not just legal advice, but you have project management, legal tech consulting, helping, for example, in fundraising. You have to have a business model, a business approach that is way broader than just the simple litigation and legal counseling part. And the revenue model itself is based both on a fixed price and a billable hour. What does it mean? That instead of having billable hours, that 1, 2, 3 hours that cost £400, you will have a fixed price. For example, for this task we are thinking that is going to take 20 hours, and so this one will be your price for £1,000. So we already agreed what will be the hours. And secondly, if anything goes beyond that hours, we could say, okay, we finished that hours, so if you want to have more, keep in mind that every hour is going to cost like that, like £400, so £400 today, blah blah blah, and so on. So you see how much different it is, because while before, in the previous approach, there was much more an idea of working based on the hours, while right now the idea is working based on a fixed term price in order to meet the customer needs. The operating model has changed too. Because if before it was a do-it-yourself approach, so value chain, and the cost structure was low, and the organization was on a pyramidal one, hence having the partners on top and not everybody basically on the low ground. The value chain now is becoming way more automated, so outsourcing or automated, so having portions of the business that actually are done by the technology itself. Right now the cost structure is much more related to people and technology itself, hence there are way more costs to pay on the business part of side, and the organization has a rocket structure. Rocket structure means that it has much more a structure that instead of being a traditional pyramid, it is based on the idea of having a team working together in order for your business to explode basically on the sky. So we've seen the difference between what is going to happen, what is happening right now in these 10 years, and what was happening previously. So from the traditional method to much more the contemporary legal tech methodology. Another thing is the pyramid structure against the rocket structure that we've seen is one of the last part that have been changed. So as we have seen, the pyramid structure, as we've seen, as partner on top, senior, and then junior, in which there is a high ratio of junior lawyers for each partner, and the junior lawyer are the one that are going to be impacted by outsourcing and automation. This is because the junior lawyers normally do the task that is the first draft, the review, that's something that now AI is doing. So basically the junior lawyer are gonna be wiped away by this, and while in the senior sector there is much more an outsourcing point of view. Now in the tomorrow rocket structure, we have to take into consideration that there is not a layer, as we say before. As I said before, the idea here is having basically a team working together in order to make the whole project kick off. So basically you will have a low ratio of junior lawyers per partner, entry-level jobs vanish basically, and you'll have from one side legal tech and paralegals collaborating together in order to having cooperations, tech solution, and outsourcing partner, and so on. The second layer, as we see, is paralegal that are non-lawyering staff, legal tech that instead are much more tech position. There is then a tech manager and a project manager, and in the middle lawyers. So you'll see that basically there is a reduction of the legal staff for giving place to technology that is going to be implemented inside the firms. And on the other side, non-lawyering staff, for example, finance staff, that actually is going to be put inside the legal team in order to manage, analyze, and eventually even lead the cooperation and the solution to the different parts. And as we see, legal tech in this case is gonna take a lead in every step of this, because legal tech is important as an infrastructure, as a case laws analysis and the solution that provided, and as well as in the paralegals part for organizing all the business operation, legal operation, and eventually even the whole part basically based on the finance and accounting. The important part is to see that how much partners are no more on top of the pyramid, but on top of the pyramid there is now the cooperation itself, so that the outsourcing part and tech solution and the lawyers are now operating with other people, and they will need to learn how to talk with them too. So this one is the crazy part in a way, that something that was all legal previously now is becoming much more techy and business oriented in order to be competitive on the expenses of junior lawyers for every partner. As we see here, this one is the evolution of the digital work as well as of the legal tech industry. So the legal department was in the 2000 artisanal model, so people-based model, more workload, more staff or law firm usage. Then the main issue were the aging and the limited technology and limited focus on process and the metrics. While the second phase, that is the one we are living today, is running to be a running function as a business. So legal operation, the legal department that became legal operation, so as part of the business. And there is an increased focus on process and technology to drive productivity improvement. So work segmentation, matching supply and demand better. Service level that is going to be more transparent and accountable, and an initial shift to centralized to shared services, and embracing new legal delivery model. And the one that is going to rise in the next year probably is going to be the automatic one. So legal operation as a strategic enabler and no more as a business. So transactional work is removed, and it is automated and controlled. Further shift to shared device and outsourcing, so much more outsourcing. Transparency to cost, quality and customer satisfaction, internal functions shifted to business issue. So this means that in the artisanal model, we haven't transparency basically on cost, quality and the customer satisfaction. While we start to see it in the industrial model, it happens fluently in the automatic one. Then there is an increasing focus on business analytics and increasing innovation and global expansion on mobile and social technology. So what we see is the important changes that are happening right now between legal operation as a business and legal operation as a strategic enabler. So as a business, we have a service level that is based on transparency and accountability, and an initial shift to shared services, and the legal delivery models. We're going to see later what it is. While in the automatic, there is a full shift to automation and shared device, as well as transparency to cost, quality, and customer satisfaction. This is where legal deliverables enters into the game. So let's see now after having seen broadly the landscape of how the profession is changing, how and what is legal tech. So legal tech is a shortening of the term legal technology, that is a term used to identify technological application and solution, especially in the form of software dedicated to digitizing, automating, streamlining, or simplifying activities and processes within the legal professions. Technology is a technology that enables legal services providers to deliver better value to anybody involved in understanding or applying the law. Technology in this case works both B2B and B2C, so business to business and business to customer system. Online legal services, for example, are business to customer, in which platforms are offering legal advice, document preparation, lawyer consultation like LegalZoom, Rocket Lawyer, and Lex Do It. Virtual legal consultation in platforms that connect consumers with lawyers for virtual consultation like AppConcierge and Ask a Lawyer, and online dispute resolution ODR, digital platform facilitating dispute resolution outside of the court like Modria and Solvit in the EU. Then B2B, we will have contract management and document automation services, tools for creating, storing, managing, and analyzing legal contracts. Examples include DocuSign, PandaDoc, Ironclad, and Beagle Legal. E-discovery solutions are a tool designed for the electronic aspects of discovery processes in litigation such as Everlaw and Nuich. And then case management systems, that are software for managing legal cases, tracking deadlines, and storing case-related information like Clio and Italy Netlex. And then intellectual property management, that are services dedicated to managing patents, copyright, trademarks, etc., such as Anaqua. Okay. Now let's see deeper what is and who are the actors in the market. So we have 8 major actors that are corporate law department, alternative legal service provider, legal tech companies, the big four, we're gonna see them later, boutique law firm, big law firm, and regional mid-sized law firm. The ISP, so the alternative legal service provider, are basically led by the main big four, that is Deloitte Legal in 2022, which allied with Litify to pair legal tech with its business client base, and PwC that announced the launch of its global legal business solution, which includes more than 4,000 legal, technology, and consulting professionals over 100 territories. Every big four have been acquiring numerous law firms over the last 5 years and implemented in the legal technological side. There is then consideration of this, there is the reInvent Challenge, that was actually an initiative that was fostered by Baker McKenzie, that was a big law firm, in which the participants were referred as Bakernauts, in which underwent various training and exercises before addressing complex problems faced by the clients. The program offered unique rewards, such as opportunity to interact with astronauts and visit space centers. This is gonna encourage lawyers to invest time in projects that might not yield immediate financial benefits. The firm's chief innovation officer, Ben Algrove, highlighted the next goal of the challenge: to facilitate collaboration among professionals with different expertise, such as legal services, project management, data analytics, and e-discovery. He noted a market gap in connector skills, which involves linking different areas of expertise, and aims to address this within Baker McKenzie. What does it mean? That the reInvent Challenge is reinventing the profession as talking between different departments. So the new roles are roles that are able to understand the technology and understand the business operation beside the legal part, and able hence to coordinate the whole of it between the different departments. Olivia Belson, that is another expert in that field quoted that with a number of innovation, legal tech, service delivery, and project management across the firm that had grown up to respond to changes in legal tech or to client demands. The idea was to integrate them into one team, to embed the team in a more integrated services, and from there to expand their capabilities. You get a more coherent and collaborative approach by bringing the team together. By contrast, Womble Bond Dickinson has taken a decentralized approach. It has developed a two-tier structure that support different types of innovation, explains Sam Dixon, partner and head of innovation. The aim is to empower people so that they have a chance to be heard, to participate, and to make the difference. So we see the difference between Becker McKenzie and, in this case, Sam Dixon and the Womble Bond Dickinson, which instead, on the other side, have a much more diffused and decentralized approach in which everybody needs to know about it in order to be able to communicate between themselves. While in the Becker McKenzie, there is the creation of a ad hoc department for that. Now let's see one of the papers that we need to learn, that we need to read. That is actually Future of Professional Work: Evidence from Jobs in Britain and the United States, written in 2022 by Sacco, Chian, and Attolini. The introduction of such papers takes into consideration the authors focus on professional jurisdictional control, and this means how professions exercise power to maintain or shift their role in response to external changes like digital technology. This concept helps understand how tasks are repackaged into job roles in the face of technological advancement. Then we have protective versus connective professionalism. The article contrasts protective professionalism, emphasizing legal, cultural, and symbolic protection of professional work, with connective professionalism, focusing on relational skill and distributed expertise. Protective professionalism may lead to professional absorbing digital tasks or deleting them to lower status roles, while connective professionalism might involve collaborating with non-legal professionals like data scientists. The article addresses how digital technology, especially AI, is expected to significantly transform professions and professional practices. However, there is uncertainty regarding how this transformation will unfold and what skill professionals need to adopt. The legal sector is used here as a case study to explore these dynamics. The rise of digital skills led to changing jurisdictional boundaries, impacting the roles of lawyers, paralegals, and non-legal professionals like data scientists. The authors use a database of digital job adverts to investigate how digital skills are integrated into legal job roles, comparing traditional law firm alternative business structure in different geographic locations like UK and US. Now let's see this one. That is the analysis that they make, the impact of technology on jobs. The paper discusses three effects of technology on tasks: substitution, machine replacing human tasks; augmentation, machine enhancing human tasks; and the creation of new tasks. So substitution, augmentation, and the creation of new tasks. These effects relate to broader economic concepts like displacement, productivity, and restatement effects. The focus is on how professions exercise control over their work, especially in response to external changes like AI. This control determines how new and old tasks are integrated into existing or new job roles. The paper distinguishes between, as we say, protective and connecting professional jurisdictional control. Protective control is about maintaining existing boundaries and minimizing dependence on others, while connective control involves collaboration and relational skill in a system of distributed expertise. The paper proposed several hypotheses regarding the incorporation of digital skills into professional work. It suggests that the nature of professional jurisdictional control, protective versus connective, influences the extent to which digital skills are integrated into legal jobs, the reliance on non-legal employees for digital tasks, and the pay premiums associated with digital skills. The empirical content and the concept of operationalization. The study uses various methods to operationalize these concepts, including comparisons between traditional law firms and alternative business structure in the UK and between the legal sector in the UK and the US. The paper implies that the way digital skills are perceived and integrated into professional roles will have a significant implication for the future of work, particularly now professions adapt to and incorporate technological advancements. Let's see the conclusion. Protective professional jurisdictional control leads to a higher proportion of jobs posting required digital skills for legal professionals. This is seen as evidence of full or subordinate jurisdiction. The study didn't find clear evidence that connective jurisdictional control is associated with higher digital skill requirement for non-legal employees. Protective jurisdictional control is linked to lower pay premium for digital skill, suggesting that such skills are not fully integrated into the legal profession's knowledge base. The study bridges economic analysis of the future of work with sociological insights into professional dynamics, showing how professional jurisdictional control affects task recombination in the face of digital technology. The study treats digital technology not just as an external force, but as a potential catalyst for a new profession, reshaping jurisdictional boundaries and professional interaction. The study suggests different scenarios for the legal profession based on the prevailing professional jurisdictional control. It could lead to either a more unified profession incorporating digital skill or a splintering into sub-disciplines due to increased collaboration with data scientists. Now let's see what could be the new roles inside the market. There are a series of roles that could be found that are starting to develop, that are innovation officer, global legal operation associate, legal and compliance data assistant, legal engineer, legal operation paralegal, senior consultant privacy, cyber data privacy, solution analyst, legal and privacy technology, global legal operation associate, and CIO, that is CIF, Chief Artificial Intelligence Officer. We see another important paper that is Legal Project Management, Projectifying the Legal Profession by Rogers, Tompkins and Bell, are all Australian if I'm not mistaken. In this article, the article represents the first comprehensive academic investigation into LPM, so Legal Project Management, within the legal profession. The study, part of the Law Society of the New South Wales Future of Law of Innovation in the legal profession research streams, aims to contextualize LPM as a new form of managerialism and examine its main features and implications for legal professionalism. The concept of managerialism is explored and it relates to the legal profession, where traditionally autonomous practices are increasingly subject to centralized organizational methods. Projectifying refers to the trend of organizing work activities as projects, often employ technological tools and automated systems for efficiency and control. LPM involves adopting project management methods for legal work encompassing aspects like strategizing, planning, costing, tracking, and reporting. It aims to improve the performance of legal services by making them more effective and efficient. The rise of LPM is partly in response to clients' demand for greater accountability and efficiency from law firm. The concept of sedimentation in professional change is discussed, indicating a layering of different coexisting values within the profession. The study aims to explore how these various professional logics shape and reinforce the nature of legal profession. There is then a last part that is the LPM's impact on professionalism. The article will analyze LPM's effects on legal work, coordination, authority, and professional values. It will explore the balance between managerialist goals like efficiency and profitability and traditional professional values like fiduciary responsibility and ethical practices. So let's see the managerialism within the legal profession, shift from professional to managerial logics. There has been a notable shift for the authors from traditional professional logic characterized by autonomous, ethical, and client-focused practices toward more managerial and entrepreneurial approaches. This shift reflects broader societal trends toward organized, efficient, and commercially driven practices. There are external pressures that have led to this. Economic, social, cultural, technological, and demographic changes have accelerated this shift, with factors like the regulation, increased competition, and technological advancement play key roles. So what is the role of LPM? LPM is defined as the application of project management methods to legal work. It aims to improve the effectiveness and efficiency of the legal services through structural planning, execution, and evaluation. The legal profession is experiencing an hybridization of professional and managerial logics. This involves combining traditional legal expertise with business and management practice to achieve desired outcomes. Evolution of the law firms. Historically, law firms operated as small partnerships or solo practices. However, managerial methods and expertise have increasingly been integrated into these firms, leading to more bureaucratic and specialized structures. The integration of managerial practices in legal work has led to tension between traditional professional values and the imperatives of management. Modern legal practices often exhibit an hybrid professionalism where commercial and professional goals coexist. Firms balance traditional legal expertise with business acumen to meet market demands. Professionals are increasingly navigating a blend of professionalism and managerialism, often overlapping in discourse and practice. The article prepares to examine LPM as a manifestation of these new managerial practices in legal work, acknowledging the potential for multiple intersecting meanings and outcomes within this hybrid professional landscape. Projectification is the process of organizing work and services into projects has expanded beyond traditional sectors like engineering and construction into public organization and various other fields. A project is defined as a temporary endeavor with a unique goal, and a project management involves applying skills and techniques to meet these specific project requirements. Organizational impact. Projectification has led to organizational restructuring, making projects key units for organizing production, and is seen as a flexible, efficient approach to dealing with unpredictable and rapidly changing environments. Despite this recognized importance, the adoption of LPM in legal practices is still gradual, with mixed resulting implementation and integration into law firms' workflow. From an analysis of LinkedIn profiles shows a significant number of professionals identifying with LPM roles, with a substantial proportion also being legally training or practicing lawyers. LPM is reshaping hence how legal work is conceptualized and executed, emphasizing efficiency, structured processes, and client-focused service delivery. Growing importance is then focused in legal education, and there is a shift hence in the skills considered essential for modern legal professionals. Now let's see the coordination of work. LPM introduces explicit documented process and standardization to legal work, contrasting with the traditional informal implicit approach derived from socialization and expert knowledge. It aims for a systematic approach to managing legal work and breaks down legal matters into phases like strategic planning, execution, and closing. LPM promotes transparency and teamwork, potentially improving our client relationship by enabling better expectation management. It also emphasizes collaboration within legal teams, although this could lead to challenges in confidentiality and privilege. Then, regarding the authority, traditionally lowers authorities based on trust emanating from their professional expertise and ethical commitment. LPM shifts this focus towards tangible outcomes and efficiency, prioritizing client-defined quality standards and outcomes. LPM could enhance professional authority by promoting transparency and effective teamwork, but it might also risk the erosion of traditional professional trust through increased visibility and emphasis on results. What is at stake? What values are at stake: efficiency versus quality. LPM prioritize efficiency, possibly at the expenses of traditional high-quality bespoke legal services. This efficiency focus aligns with managerial values, but may conflict with the professional value of delivering high-quality services. Changing professional identity, the standardization and efficiency focus of LPM might challenge lawyers' professional identities attached to quality work and present ethical dilemmas in balancing efficiency with quality. LPM could then facilitate lawyers' ethical obligation by enabling transparent communication and budgeting with clients, thus expanding the traditional concept of quality to include organizational aspects. The conclusion is that LPM embodies a complex interplay between traditional professionalism and emerging managerial practices. Its adoption reflects a broader trend towards managerialism in the legal profession, but also presents opportunities for innovation and improvement in legal service delivery. Now let's see the various legal tech companies and how they act in the market. So we have, first of all, the legal tech startups that has grown over the recent years across a range of legal functions and business areas, including consumer services, documented contracts, risk litigation, finance operation. They have some key components that is a competitive legal service market with firms looking to gain an edge and deliver better solutions to clients, a flourishing tech scene with modern facilities and healthy supply of tech talent, a strong professional and financial services market with easy access to investment and capital, and extensive support landscape with opportunities to join business incubators, regulatory sandboxes, and industry networks. Let's see the investment in the legal tech startups. Since 2018, there have been around 90 to 115 rounds per quarter, so the last data show a slowdown actually in the market. In terms of the total value, the last quarter is around 750 million investment, which is lower than in 2021 and 2022 on average. Let's see the legal. This is due even to legal startup failures. For example, Atrium Law, that was a small niche law firm, attracted significant attention due to its unique two-company model, which combined a law firm with tech-enabled legal service company. This model was designed to circumnavigate legal industry regulation. Atrium's closure, despite its limited impact compared to larger law firm closure, is notable due to its high-profile founder, significant venture capital investment, and the firm promised to revolutionize legal services. However, Atrium struggled to define its identity and value to customers. Its failure to effectively integrate legal practices with legal delivery, particularly as a startup, was a key challenge. This scenario highlights the difficulty of transforming the legal industry, especially for startups without established brand recognition or a clear market identity. Other notable failures are ClearSpire. This was a law firm and technology company hybrid that aimed to revolutionize legal services by leveraging technology and innovating business model. Despite significant initial investment and interest, ClearSpire ceased operation due to challenges in scaling small and competition from established law firms. Leclerc Ryan's United Lex deal. Leclerc Ryan, a law firm, partnered with United Lex, a legal services outsourcing company, in a unique venture. However, this collaboration faced difficulties and ultimately contributed to Leclerc Ryan's bankruptcy. Then Novus Law, this company aimed to transform legal services through technology and process innovation. Despite early success and recognition, it struggled to sustain growth and compete with larger traditional law firms. Now let's see the trends in legal tech. The first trend is automation. In the realm of legal operation, a significant trend is the widespread adoption of automation technology. By 2026, it's anticipated that 40% of the legal departments will have incorporated workflow automation to efficiently manage and triage the majority of the work retained in-house. This trend is driven by the dual objectives of reducing costs and finding new methods to enhance revenue in a more scalable and efficient manner. Automation and the AI are being applied across explores various legal practices areas to streamline processes, making legal businesses operation more efficient. These include the automation of tasks like contract compliance, renewal reporting, and extraction of essential information through structured data and smart agreements. This advancement facilitates a range of automated action, interaction with external data sources, and document generation, significantly optimizing legal workflows. The second one is the increased legal spending in legal tech and integration. By 2026, there will be a more notable shift in how companies allocate funds for legal and compliance activities. Investment in governance, risk and compliance (GRC) tools is expected to increase by 50%, highlighting a focus on more sophisticated legal technologies. This trend is driven by the need for better integration of these technologies to streamline workflows and reduce the need for lawyers to switch between multiple applications. In line with this, a significant 63% of the legal leaders are reportedly planning to boost their investment in legal technology. This shift indicates a growing recognition of the importance of the advanced legal technology in enhancing efficiency and effectiveness in legal operation. The third trend is comply with relevant legislation and regulation. The third trend in legal technology emphasizes the importance of data management and compliance in corporate legal departments. This trend involves enhancing data-driven practices, including management of operational and legal information, analyzing past trends, and forecasting future risks and opportunities. Key legal data aspects encompass handling legal requests, managing transaction litigation, allocating legal work, evaluating external legal services providers, and understanding litigation risks. Additionally, compliance with relevant legislation like the EU GDPR, industry-specific acts like HIPAA, and contractual obligations related to AI and legal tech system is crucial. This regulation dictates strict data handling and privacy requirements affecting various sectors and regions. The fourth trend is the vendor consolidation. The fourth trend in legal technology relates to vendor consolidation. Despite a general decline in deals and investment in 2023 compared to 2022, legal tech has experienced significant mergers and acquisitions. This trend has led to the consolidation of vendors and, in some instances, the shutdown of services. Consequently, legal departments are encouraged to develop resilient technology strategies. This includes planning for potential future technology expansion and managing the risk of service interruption that may arise due to vendor acquisition. The fifth trend is the enterprise resource planning, ERP software, and the legal tech companies and partnering itself. This collaboration aims to create an optimal workflow from both a business and a legal perspective. Such partnership can lead to changes in the dynamics of professional influence within organization. It raises the possibility that technologists, engineers, and accountants may gain more influence in decision-making processes, potentially challenging the traditional dominance of lawyers in these areas. This trend reflects a broader shift towards interdisciplinary collaboration in the business environment. Trend number 6 in legal technology is the integrated compliance that involves the shift from a reactive on-demand model to a predictive, fully automated system for deploying legal services. This trend leverages AI to support rapid decision-making processes and predictively program routine compliance tasks. The role of the legal advisor evolves into that of a compliance automator, where compliance becomes an automatic outcome of correctly set flows, processes, and triggers. These systems automatically initiate actions such as sending emails, letters, and documents, integrating contextual information services, and for more efficient legal operation. Now, let's see the last part, that is actually the legal contracts tool and the legal tech in practice, how it is utilized. So, the first one is the CLM, so the Contract Life Cycle Management Software. That is a tool used in modern contract management as it addresses the limitation of traditional contract handling methods like static PDFs, which lock valuable data and prevent easy access for automation and analysis. CLM streamlines various stages of contract management, including drafting, reviewing, signing, and archival. This shift in perspective recognizes contracts as dynamic data repositories essential to business operation, unlocking their value beyond just static documents. This transformation is part of the broader evolution of contracts in response to advancements in technology and business needs. Automatic drafting. Automating the drafting of documents in contract management involves various levels of technological intervention. It ranges from manual processes using basic word editors to more sophisticated methods employing clause libraries, conditional logic, and artificial intelligence (AI). The clause libraries, these are collection of pre-written clauses that can be quickly inserted into contracts, saving time in drafting and ensuring consistency across documents. Conditional logic, this involves setting up if-then scenarios in documents templates. For example, if a certain condition is met, a specific clause on liability is automatically included in the document. i.e. in the document drafting, AI system, particularly large language models, LLM, predict and generate text based on training from large text datasets. They can draft complex documents by understanding context and following patterns, observing the data were trained on. However, these systems can sometimes produce error or hallucinations where the output seems plausible but is factually incorrect or nonsensical. The use of AI in legal document drafting requires careful context setting by the user, as AI does not inherently understand the nuances of legal language or context. Professional judgment is crucial to discern the accuracy and appropriateness of AI-generated content, especially in a field as sensitive as complex as law. While AI has shown promise in automating certain aspects of legal document drafting, the need for expert human oversight remains essential to ensure accuracy and relevance. Now let's go to the legal design. What is the legal design? The concept of legal design involves applying human-centered design principle to law, focusing on making legal system and services more user-friendly, usable, and engaging. It integrates design thinking, user research, and human-centered design methods into legal practices, prioritizing usability, utility, and engagement. Legal design advocates for a collaborative approach between lawyers and designers to create services that are effective and resonate with the users. It aims to empower lay people and legal professionals, improve both the front-end interface and back-end system of legal services, and foster both incremental and breakthrough changes in the legal sector. Legal design is about problem solving and improving communication, offering new professional paths, enhancing legal organization, and developing innovative products and services. It's a transformative approach that reshapes traditional legal processes into a more intuitive, effective, and user-centric solution. What is the mindset of the legal design? Design mindset in legal design, as articulated by Margaret Hagan, are critical for lawyers to embrace to foster creativity and innovation in the legal field. This mindset includes pausing feasibility, temporality, setting aside constraints like budget and regulation to allow for imaginative and ambitious idea, everything as a prototype, embracing a cycle of rapid idea generation, building feedback, iteration, or abandonment to refine ideas, welcome criticism, actively seeking and accepting feedback to improve outcomes, user-centered approach, focusing on the needs and the experiences of the end user of legal services, adapting a curious open mind approach, shedding preconception to understand users' deeper needs, interdisciplinary collaboration, working with professionals from diverse fields to enrich the problem solving process, going visual, using visual tools for communication and ideation, enhancing understanding and engagement, and constraining yourself, utilizing limitation as a catalyst for focused creative thinking. What is the process of the legal design? The legal design, it begins with the discovery and understanding stage, focusing on understanding the current legal landscape and the user needs. This is followed by synthesis, where insights are distilled into a clear design brief. The third stage is brainstorm and build, is where ideas are generated and prototyped. This creative phase encourages generating multiple solutions and redefining them through prototyping. The fourth stage is test, iterate, and scale, involving user testing and refinement based on feedback. This stage is crucial for refining the design to meet user needs effectively. The final stage is scaling, involving and implementing, and focuses on implementing the solution in a broader context and scaling it effectively. Throughout these stages, a focus on empathy, user-centered design, and iterative development is maintained to ensure the creation of practical, user-friendly legal solutions. Now, what are the mechanics instead? For Margaret Hagan's chapter, Good Legal Design focuses on the mechanics of the effective legal design, offering tools, insight, and principles for creating high-quality legal solutions. It emphasizes the importance of empowering users, providing process-based views of legal work, fostering collaborative relationship, and offering simplicity and customization. User requirements for legal services, various legal users, typologies, and potential opportunities for the legal design work. Additionally, it outlines 6 fundamental principles for good legal design and presents a pattern library of design elements for legal products. And now we arrive to the end of it. So I hope this was not only informative but helpful for the future exam that we're gonna have. Thanks, and see you soon with the next presentation.